Welcome to Entry Level Mums. I'm Nasra.
I'm Suya.
And today, it's a mum chat.
Yep.
It's a debrief chat.
It's just us.
It's just us. Can you focus on me?
that was so random.
So we are going to be focusing on me. I'm going to be focusing on you.
Yes, girl.
It's our mum chat today. So today, what's on the agenda, Suya?
Today we're going to do a little mum chat. We're going to talk about, we're just going to catch up on what we've been up to. We're going to talk about our event, quick debrief.
Uh-huh.
We're going to read an email from a listener. And maybe even end it with a Reddit story. Who knows?
Love that for us.
Who knows?
Also, today, I want to shout out a book. An author. The Muslim Mother by Maria bint Rehan. Shout out to you for sending this to us.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, I've been reading it and it's really, really good. And there's a lot of big words that I keep stopping to Google what they mean. But I feel smarter.
I love that for you.
Also, I feel seen. So thank you to Maria for sending this to us. I can't wait to actually finish the book. It's really good. It's called The Muslim Mother, Social and Political Commentary on Contemporary Muslim Motherhood. And it is bloody interesting. Genuinely. The only reason I'm Googling these big words is because my vocabulary is quite limited. Since I had a child, I've lost brain cells.
Definitely. Me too. I feel like I'm getting dumber and dumber.
Yeah, no, me too. I really do feel like I'm getting dumber.
I really lost some brain cells, man.
Why are we getting dumber? I genuinely feel like I've lost so many.
Man. Yeah, I need to start reading again. And I'm going to start with that, but you better finish it quickly so I can start. Please.
Okay, I'm going to finish it. It's actually really good. I'm like 2 chapters in.
Shout out to Maria.
Shout out to Maria.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sending us that.
Honestly, thank you for thinking of us. Like, I really, really have been enjoying this. Obviously, I needed maybe like a milder non-fiction to like ease me into it, but I'm gonna dive into the deep end and
It went straight political.
Woo! It went from fantasy fiction genre, because that's pretty much all I buy, to non-fiction political commentary, which is still a vibe. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying it because the things I'm reading it now, my brain is like, yeah, oh, I know exactly what she's talking. Literally, after I've googled the word. Yeah, good vibes. Thank you for sending it to us. Honestly, we love that you thought of us.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I can't wait to finish it.
How's life been?
Life. You know what, Suya? Life has been very nice.
No, I swear.
No lie.
Must be
Alhamdulillah.
nice. Alhamdulillah.
Did you say must be nice?
That slipped out. I didn't mean it like that. Alhamdulillah for life, But I don't know. I think I'm just on autopilot.
Yeah. I think as the weather gets better.
Sometimes that's good though. There's nothing mad happening in my life. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Like nothing crazy is going on. It's just life is just very much. When life is boring, it's actually a good thing. So alhamdulillah, I'm not gonna say too much.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm not gonna say too much. Nothing interesting going on. I'm just out here mothering.
No,
That's it.
Genuinely,
Mothering
you
and
would rather
working.
your life be boring than it be chaotic. So
Yeah. So I take that back. It is nice.
As the weather gets better, all of a sudden my mood is like
Me too.
10 times, 20 times better.
Me too. And the weather has been consistently nice. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to London. Because what? The weather has been consistently nice for ages, for weeks.
Listen, let's not speak too soon. It was raining the other day. Let's not speak too soon. Because it could start raining tomorrow.
Rain is good though.
I like rain. I can't lie, I like rain.
I used to hate rain, but now you know what? It's the best time to make dua.
No, facts.
Deep,
Ilahi, please give me nice husband. I mean, Ilahi, please, I need million bound.
I mean.
So
the rain, the rain is a blessing.
It is.
We have to think of it in that way.
No,
interesting fact. One of my late aunties, Allah Haristo, we used to spend time in her house when we were younger over the summer. And there was one time it was pissing down raining.
Yeah.
It was raining really hard. And I remember, I was like, 8, 9 years old, yeah. I remember she stood outside with her arms like this. and praying and praying and praying.
Oh.
And then the rain stopped. And do you know what I thought? Because I was a kid, I didn't know that she was making dua because it was raining.
Yeah.
I thought she was making dua for the rain to stop.
And then it stopped, and you
And
thought,
because it stopped,
God damn! Let me
And
not piss her off.
and because the rain stopped, I was like, she's got powers. She was speaking to God and it stopped. Hey, I thought she was so sick for that.
Yo,
But then
that's
as I got older, I
brilliant.
was like, she was making dua.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, sorry, random story, but
You know what me and my kid do sometimes? Sometimes when it's proper like pissing down,
yeah.
she'll put her wellies on, like I'll just put like shoes on, and then
Yeah.
we'll go outside and we'll just play in the rain. Like we'll just do stomping in the puddles. Well, she stomps in the puddles. I mean, that's
Yeah.
nasty. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to do none of that. But I'll watch her stomp and I'll live vicariously through her stomping in the puddles.
Maybe I should get Jenna some wellies, you know.
Yeah, no, wellies are so good.
'Cause
I
she
mean, they
likes
still get
jumping-
wet.
She's she
Their
likes
socks still get
jumping in she likes jumping in puddles, but you know, sometimes I don't like the way I am as a mum.
Why?
Because you know, when we even in the event when we were saying that, you know, sometimes we don't like to be the fun parent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm okay being the one that cooks and looks after you and gives you the cuddles and
The nurturer.
makes you look nice, the nurturer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm okay in that role. I don't have to be the fun one. But then there's other times where I see mums doing fun things and I'm like, why can't I be like that? And one of the things that I can't do with Jenna is when she sees a puddle, I'm like, don't you dare jump in that. And I'm just like, live a little sort of.
Arr, arr.
Yeah, but she always does it when she's got nice clothes on, man. Come on, man, allow it. But sometimes, okay, one day I'll take her and we can jump in
No,
puddles.
if you get her a nice pair of wellies and like if you want to be that parent, go, there's I don't know, either these shops, I'm not trying to name them, you ain't sponsored us. These clothing shops for children.
That helps,
Yeah, those ones. You can go in the section where they have jackets, and usually they'll have overalls, you know, like the proper like
Oh,
overalls.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And then it has like,
Yeah,
you know, the
like
little
waterproof.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
waterproof ones.
So you stick that on her and then you put the wellies on top and then it goes underneath her boots, inside her boots. So she won't be as wet. But me and Hannah, we kind of, to be honest, sometimes we don't even wear wellies. Well, like we raw dog it sometimes.
Damn.
We just go outside and just dance and she'll sing and like
If
we'll
I
just stomp
buy
in the puddles.
appropriate clothing and the appropriate shoes,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, but you
100%.
also have to be okay with getting wet because you're going to get wet too.
I know, but you know what it is? It's not about me not wanting fun in that moment. It's the fact that I know that when we go home, I'm gonna be the one that's cleaning up all the mud. For me, I'm just avoiding that.
Yeah, I get that.
But if it's like waterproof, like a waterproof overall thing and like wellies, it's easier to clean. So I guess I have to just buy the appropriate clothing.
You know what you do?
For it.
Literally, before you even step in your house, when you're still outside,
Mm-hmm.
shoes come off, wellies come off, everything comes off at the front door.
Mm.
If you want to be like extra careful, bring a plastic bag or like a little box that like you don't mind getting dirty. Dash everything in there straight into the washing machine.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. And then your kid straight into the bathtub,
Mm-hmm.
and then you follow after.
Yeah, true. All right, man. Inshallah it will rain soon so that we can jump in some puddles. Let's go.
You know
Sorry,
what?
guys, I'm praying for rain.
I fully
Sorry to
enjoy
cock
it.
block.
Like sometimes we just go outside when it's raining, and I'm like,
Oh.
it's warm, but only when it's warm. Not in the winter. We don't do that in the winter.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
wanna
not
get
taking
sick,
anyone to
bruv.
the hospital with
Amen.
pneumonia. No, thank you, God forbid.
Listen, at my big
No.
age, forget the kids. At my big age, if I go outside and it's cold and it's raining, I will get sick the next day. If I'm not wearing a coat, if I'm not covering my head, I will get sick in the next couple of days.
If you're not covering your head, you get a head cold straight.
Straight.
No.
So yeah, that's why I don't be outside too tough when it's raining.
Definitely summertime. So when it's warm, it's
Yeah.
so nice.
All right, man, let's talk about that event. What did you think of it?
You know what?
Our second event.
I want to say, yeah, thank you to all the people that show us love, like
Genuinely.
in person,
Genuinely, man.
because there's a difference between having this podcast and like, you know, people giving us comments online and like, you know, sending us messages saying like, I love your podcast has helped me with postpartum and all of these things. Like, I feel like you guys are my sisters. Like, I listen to you guys when I'm washing dishes and stuff like that. Those are all such beautiful messages, but it is a different ball game when you're in front of us in person,
man.
and you're supporting us
Man.
like
And they pay to be there.
fully. Like you've paid to listen to me and Sawyer talk. I'm not gonna lie, for me, I think that's mad.
Sometimes I'm like, what, for little old me?
For us, like, Just us.
It's just me, bruv.
No, and then
I wouldn't
and
even
then,
see
like,
me for free.
don't say that. I'll see you for free.
I'm joking, man. And sometimes I just like to cuss myself out. It's okay.
No, but genuinely, and then like I'm talking and people are laughing, and I'm like, bro, swear. I'm like, swear I'm funny. Swear down.
Look, it's because you know how it hits different, because obviously when we're in the studio and we crack jokes, we can't hear laughter.
Yeah.
So when we did our live show and people are cracking up,
It's mad.
I'm like, okay, so I'm like Mo Gilligan now. Yeah?
Brother, shall I do stand up?
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Shall I do stand up right now? Yo. No, that honestly is. Thank you, thank you,
shout
man.
out to you lot, man.
Oh, well, it makes my heart so warm.
Shout out to you lot. And I'm gonna say it straight up, man. Our main supporters are Somali women. Period. Because every time we do an event, all two of them, it was 98% Somali women. Obviously, shout out to everyone else who wasn't Somali, non-Somalis who came.
Oh, we love that you guys support us as well.
And trust me, like, shout out to the ones that are not Somali and they came. But majority are Somali women. So, yeah. Shout out to you lot, man. Thank you for supporting
You know what?
us.
It makes so weird, man. It makes me so happy because I love you guys. Like,
For real, man.
genuinely, I love Somali people. I love my people. I love, like, my culture. I love my heritage. I love where I'm from. Like, I'm obsessed with Somali Nimo and being Somali. So the fact that you guys, like, really, like, you lot fucks with us. Woo! I'm gonna cry. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah. And also, another thing that warms my heart is when you see the same faces from the first event.
I know.
I just want to give a special shout out to someone, actually.
Yeah?
I do.
Who?
I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but I want to give a shout out to Mona. Mona, I don't want to say your full name. I know your full name. Yeah? But I think you know who you are. Mona, not only is she our top commenter on YouTube, but she came to both the events.
Oh.
And she is like, I would say she's like our number one supporter.
Yo.
She comments on every video. She interacts on every video.
Yes, she does.
She's the biggest supporter.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mona, honestly, man.
Also, I feel like I actually am friends with her because me and her have full-blown private conversations.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we fully chat, like, in a DM.
She's so sweet, man.
I actually feel like she's one of my friends now.
Shout out to Mona, man. And
Shout outs to you.
And obviously, like, in our recent event, we did, like, a discussion. So I thought it was just going to be a live show. But, like, people were actually, like,
So yeah, that's my
joining in
favorite
the
part.
conversation. That was my favorite.
Oh my
part.
god, people were so like into it. They really showed their vulnerability. They really like
Shared
they
their
spoke.
thoughts.
They spoke from the heart, and that. Me and Zoe, we were sitting there thinking we're just gonna be talking.
It's just going to be
this
us
whole
two
time
talking for like a straight hour.
and just be waffling the whole time.
Oh, that's what I was nervous about.
And then
I was like, I don't mind talking for a whole hour, but I was scared that it was just going to be us talking for the whole hour. And I was scared that I was going to like lose my train of thought.
Yeah.
And like, I was just nervous. It's just normal nerves, right? And then suddenly there was this girl that was sitting in the front row.
shout outs to her.
I don't know your name.
I don't know her name,
This
bruv.
time round, we didn't have the name tags.
Oh,
Like
I don't
in the
remember her
first
name.
event. I don't remember her name, but she was literally on my left. And she was like this. She was like, can I say something? And I ran over and gave her the mic.
She literally
And
set
then
it off.
after that,
Oh.
bare people started joining the conversation. I said yes.
Shout outs to you. Well, I feel like if I sit here and really think about it, I'll remember her name. But Nazra remembers faces, not names.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shout out to you.
Big shout out to you. You're
Big
sick. I
shout
love
out
that.
to you. And I think that just kind of helped other people
Yeah.
speak up as well. And it was just really wholesome. It was really wholesome. And obviously, weeks leading up to, you know what? One thing about me, yeah, on the day of the event, I wasn't nervous.
Okay.
I wasn't anxious. I wasn't nervous. I had small nerves. But weeks before,
Yo, okay, so guys, me and
like,
Suya,
I'm gonna be so real.
me and Suya are complete opposites. You know, when I say complete opposites, yeah. Suya was having a nervous breakdown
2 weeks before.
like 2 or 3 weeks before the event, yeah. And I'm just there like, bruv, calm down, like chill, like why are you bugging, right? I was totally calm. The day of the event,
She had a nervous breakdown.
I had a nervous breakdown.
And I looked at you like, girl, you should have done this weeks ago. Like, it's too late.
So he was looking at me like, why are you bugging, bruv? Chill. What's wrong with you? I
No,
literally had a nervous breakdown on the day.
Were bugging out. I think at one point you even snapped at me a little bit. I said, hey, you better go outside and take a breather. Like,
You know when I was snapping, I didn't even realize I was snapping.
bruh, I said, you know what? The girl is nervous. I allowed
I'm
it.
sorry.
I allowed it. No, I allowed it.
That was
Why?
the first time I've ever snapped at you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know, and of course, because I know you're not like that.
I was stressed,
But I
bruv.
knew you were stressed.
But you know what? For me, genuinely, it wasn't even it wasn't like a quick stress. It had been building from like that morning. So the stress had been building it had been building from last night. Like there were a lot of other factors in it that I'm not going to tell you a lot about, but there was a lot of other factors in it that were just pissing me off like the whole morning and the whole time. So my nervousness and frustration had been building, and then I went to do my makeup and then I hated my makeup, and then like I was just frustrated the whole time, just put it that way. But I felt like once I got in there and I actually met everyone, all of the nervousness went away. When I was sitting down talking to everyone, all the nervousness went away. Like at first when everything was empty and I was like setting up the chairs and stuff, I looked at how many chairs were there and I was like, rah, is this actually how many people that are gonna come? Because when you see the numbers on Eventbrite, like you think, oh yeah, you know, that's the alright numbers, in it. Because this is pretty much what we did last time. But then when you put all the chairs out and you actually see the spaces and filled with people, you think, rah, you man really like us.
Yeah. All these chairs are going to be filled.
And they were all pretty much filled, maybe like 4 or 5 chairs. Like
Literally. And shout out to you lot. You actually came on time. They came on time, man. Shout out to you lot, man.
shout outs to you lot.
Yeah, because I was worried because I thought it was in a very awkward place.
Yeah.
And because I've been to that area so many times, the parking is always a bit sticky. So I was a bit worried about people turning up late or getting lost.
Yeah.
But everyone came on time, mashallah. I love that.
That was my favourite, honestly. I think the next event that we should do, yeah, guys, we want to hear from you guys, right? What do you think the next event we should do? Should we do like a small intimate one where it's us and like maybe 30 people and like proper put like a lot of like interaction time in it and like bonding? Or should we do another one where again, like live show, like 50 people, let's all sit and chat, like.
Or if you guys want to do activities, sip and paint.
Yeah.
We could do a games night. Oh, I think a games night would be so sick.
A games night would be hilarious.
Just have a bunch of people sit in like little groups and they just play mad games and get to know each other. Also, we want to, next time we do an event, we want to group people in terms of where they live.
Yeah.
You know, the people who live in East can get to know each other, South, North, West, because you know how it's like in London.
Yeah.
The East London people stay in East. The South stay in South, you know. So it's nicer to make friends with people who live in your local borough.
Oh, genuinely, I think.
So I think we should
create in that village.
We should literally create these villages and put people together based on where they live.
I think we should do like a questionnaire before and be like, "What's your postcode? Like, what's the beginning part of your postcode?" And everyone, you never know. You could come to an event and another mum could literally live 2 roads down from you,
this whole time.
and you could be going the same way home, and they could literally be living 2 roads down from you.
Literally.
And you had no idea. Like, you're both stuck in your house. You both, like, you have different time, shift patterns or whatever. And you never see each other. But they could literally live two roads away from you.
Yeah. Like, Mimi cooks. Mimi London. Yeah? She lives around the corner from me, man.
Shout outs to Mimi.
Shout outs to Mimi, man. But yeah, you just
so
never
mad.
know. You just never know where people live, man. You never know.
You never know.
But at the event, basically, I made a board, right?
I love that board.
I tried my best, yeah? And it basically, I did this literally the night before the event. And it says mum to mum. This is what they can write down. A kind word, a truth, a win, a struggle, because motherhood is better when we share it. Right? So this is just a way to encourage people to just leave a little note. Look how cute that is, guys.
Aww.
So I'll read some of them out. It's okay to make mistakes. Give yourself grace. You're a superhero. You're doing more than enough. You're doing amazing. Jannah is under your feet.
Oh.
Your baby's alive and healthy. You're doing great. Rest is not a reward. It is essential. That's my favourite one.
That's my favourite one as well.
You guys are superheroes.
Oh.
You're hot.
Oh.
Self-care is not selfish. Facts.
I love that.
Mothering is amazing, but you are still you. Oh, I love that one. Cut yourself some fucking slack. Parenting isn't easy. You're incredibly strong. Any more? You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Another one. Yeah. Amazing. But yeah, everyone left some cute notes. And it's just, I don't know, man. It was just so wholesome. It was so wholesome. We had vendors there as well. Shout out to Mama Hebs, Ilham from Mersense.
Shout out to Maisa Candle. Shout out
Maisa
to Alzara
Cancel.
Botanical. Shout out to Salty's Kitchen.
Shout out to all
Woo!
of them, man.
Shout outs to everyone.
all of them.
Shout out to Mersense. We love Mersense.
Shout out to the companies that gave out for the giveaway. Shout out to Call Blimey You Beauty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Present Your Joy.
We
love you.
Shout out to Sabib. Sabib gave us a platter for 2 to give away with drinks.
Oh.
Shout out to Glow from the East.
Shout outs to Glow from the East. Also, Mama Hebs gave away a gift.
Mama Hebs. I'm actually wearing the necklace today.
Oh.
I'm wearing a mama necklace.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Shout out to Mama Hebs, man.
I love the mama necklace.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. But
I
honestly,
had the bracelet, but Hannah ripped it.
did she?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't
This
wear
child does
bracelets
not
like
let me wear bracelets. You know what I did? I had was it on? I can't remember. I think it's this hand. I had the one that's like a forever bracelet
Yeah.
where they like weld it onto your hand.
Yeah.
I had that. One day I was just sleeping. I woke up the next day. I felt a little like tug on my hand. I woke up the next day and my bracelet's gone. I said, Hannah, have you seen my bracelet? And she did this. She went, no.
Oh, guilty.
I'm like, you took it. I know you took it. It's definitely you.
Oh man.
No, it's gone. Literally, it's gone. Sad.
No, but honestly, man, the event was so wholesome, and you know what's mad? Like sometimes I don't deep the impact that we're doing. Sometimes I just think we're here yapping, and
Oh.
do you know what I mean? And then when you actually meet people, and they're like, "Oh my god, you guys put me through like, you guys got me through pregnancy, postpartum, late night feeds." You know, like when you actually hear it from people.
You know what my favorite comments are? And I know I say this all the time, but I have a new favorite every time. My recent most favorite comments are the ones that say, I used to watch you guys before I got pregnant, and now after I've had my baby, it hits different.
Oh,
That's like one of the best comments ever. I'm like, oh my God.
No, the one
She's
that
like, I
gets me.
understand.
The one that gets me is when people say, I'm not a mum.
Oh.
I ain't even married. I ain't even got a man. But I watch you guys and I'm obsessed with you guys. That's the comment. Because for me, I feel like when you're a mum, I'm not saying you have to watch us, but at least you have a reason to watch us. But when you're not a mum, you ain't got a kid. You know nothing about motherhood, basically. And you still choose to watch us. That hits different for me. Like,
I'm not going to lie. If I wasn't a mum, I would watch us.
would you?
Yeah, because I would feel like you're preparing me for what's inevitable or what's to come. Because eventually,
That's true.
all the young
Okay.
girls are going to eventually get married. And then when they get married, that's probably going to be on the cards for them. So,
That's true. I can't like. Yeah, that's true. You know why? Because before I even got married, I used to watch birth videos.
right?
For what reason?
I loved that show.
Because I knew at some
Born
point,
every minute.
at some point, exactly. At some point, I was like, maybe I might have a kid at some point. You know?
I don't know.
This is what
I
I
feel
have
like
to
it
do.
relates to me because I have a vagina.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I feel like it relates to me because eventually something will come out of there.
Yeah, I hear it. I guess it's that intrigue, innit? It's
Yeah.
just curiosity. But honestly, man, shout out to you guys.
Speaking of the word vagina,
Okay, where are we going this?
my kid has been violently saying it recently.
Oh, okay.
Like, she'll look for any excuse to be like, vagina. And I'm like, bruv, is everything all right? When my mum hears it, she's mortified. I feel like she's getting a bit better with it. Like, as the time goes on and the more she says it,
She's still
my mum is,
mortified?
she's still
Because I
mortified,
remember
bro.
you talking about it in the
She's so
Mum Club
mortified.
episode.
She doesn't like it. She hears a
Oh.
vagina, she goes, she
Yeah, she
cringes a
bugs
little
out.
bit. She cringes. And the other day, I had a memory. I was cracking up. I had a memory, and my mum said something to me like, "Oh, how can you be surprised that we don't really use those terminologies?" I'm like, "But that's the correct terminology, right?"
Yes.
And she's like, "Oh, but I was raised in a way that was shameful. That's not something that you say.
Yeah.
Like, you don't name it exactly what it's named as. Even at school, they don't teach you the like anatomical names." In 2011, I spent 6 months in Africa. I stayed in Kenya for 6 months.
Wow.
And I was staying with my aunt in Mombasa. And I remember we were talking about like reproduction and like one of her kids was in school and they were doing science stuff, right? And then he had homework. And I think I must have said something like, oh, about the sperm. And everybody went, I swear down. Everybody went, oh, like, and they all looked at me like, they flinched. I was like, what? And I went, sperm. And they all went, I was dying because it was the funniest thing ever. And I remember saying to my mum, this is a memory that I have when I said the word sperm and everybody bugged out in the house. And my aunt was like, don't teach my children that. I'm like, what? That's
It's a
the
legit.
correct
It's
word.
just it's just a word.
I'm like, don't you guys do sex education? She's like, sex education.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. That day I was like, yo, you guys are different, bro.
No, honestly, like some people are sheltered completely from that kind
That's
of
so
stuff.
nuts.
But yo, 6 months in Kenya.
6 months, bro.
Wow. What about school? Did you not go to school, fam?
It was just after my GCSEs.
Oh, okay.
So I just finished year 11 and I went to Kenya. I spent a little bit of time with my dad, Ilana Hariso. And then I also spent a lot of time I spent some time with my mum's best friend and her family. And I stayed at their house for like 2 weeks. Shout outs to you guys. And I also spent time with my aunt in Mombasa. So I was back and forth, Nairobi, Mombasa for about 6 months. When I was there, we actually, we went to Tanzania. We were in Arusha. I was visiting my grandma. What a lovely lady. She has dementia now. It's quite sad. Lovely lady. But I was visiting my grandma and I spent 3 weeks there and I hated it. It was cold. And I was saying to my mum, why did you bring me to Africa to be cold? Like,
it was cold.
Bruv, it's right next to Kilimanjaro. I said, if I wanted to be cold, I would have just stayed in London, bruv.
Oh yeah.
Why am I all the way
Imagine going to
across the
Africa.
world
Yeah.
and I'm wearing a hoodie?
Yeah.
Why? I
imagine.
have to wear a jacket to go
You
outside.
went there to get a tan, fam.
Brother, I went outside to skin out. And now you're telling me you can't go outside because there's people outside. What do you mean I can't go outside? I've never been on holiday that's restricted. So yeah, I spent a few weeks there. And then when we got to Mombasa, we only had a week left of the holiday. And I said to my mum, not going to lie, you're going to be getting on that flight back yourself. And she was like, what? I was like, I don't want to go home. I'm staying here. And she was like, what do you mean you're staying here? You're 16. I was like, yeah, I'm staying here. And she was like, are you sure? I was like, I'll stay with your sister, bro.
Yeah.
What's the problem? And then my mum was like, deuces. She left. She was like, you want to stay? Stay.
Oh, I love that.
She didn't
I love
even
that
fight
for
it,
you.
wallahi.
I love that for you, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even call it Dakhan Ellis. Dakhan Ellis means like when you get sent back for cultural rehabilitation. So,
Against your will.
against your will.
You
So
wanted to stay there.
I
It's not
can't call it
Dr.
that.
Ellis.
I chose to stay there, okay? I had my passport the whole time. Yeah, I stayed with her for about 4 months. 4 months in Mombasa. It was very nice. I did Ramadan there. That's a lie. I barely fasted.
Astaghfirullah.
That's a lie. Yeah, but like it was hot and I was at the beach every day.
You know what's hotter?
Hell.
Yeah. sorry, that sounded mad. But like, yeah, that's what you have to remember though.
No, I was 16, bro. I didn't really
You're
care.
16, okay.
You know what's so bad?
That sounded really brutal. But wallahi, that's reality, man.
You know what's so bad? Me and my cousin would go to the beach and we'd spend the whole time, or like we'd go in like one of the resorts that you pay like 100 bob and then Kenyan shillings, and then they basically let you in to use their swimming pool.
Yeah.
Because they know you're gonna buy food, you're gonna buy stuff in there. So they didn't have food at that one, but they had like water and drinks and stuff. So we bought like a couple of cans and not a couple of cans of soft drink, okay? Before you lot come for me, couple of cans.
Couple of cans of
Couple
lager.
of cans. No, not those kind of cans. Couple of cans of like soda, and then when we were done swimming and having the best time of our lives, as we were walking home, we just look at each other, me and my cousin, and he'd be like, "You wanna go get chips my eye?" Chips my eye is like they make like this street food where they like get like fries, and then they like turn it into an omelette with like eggs. So like they'll mix it up together and it become like a chip and egg omelette, and then they like cover it in ketchup.
Okay. Oh, that sounds
10
nice.
out of 10. 10 out of 10. And we just look at each other and we'll be like, or like we'll go past like one of the roads. So yeah, the funniest thing ever happened to me in Kenya. The funniest thing that has ever happened to me, two of the funniest things that have ever happened to me in Kenya. One was scary. I'll tell you about it in a second. The funniest thing that ever happened to me, it was very dark outside. When I say dark, I mean like there's no street lights. It's not like London. There's no street lights. As in pitch black, yeah. Pitch black, yeah. So I'm holding my cousin on his arm, yeah. I can't see nothing. Somehow he can see. He's acclimated. He's used to it, yeah. So I'm holding him because I'm like, yo, I'm legally blind. Yeah, I can't see nothing. Some guy knocks me. He knocks into me. Yeah.
You didn't even see him coming.
And you know what he said to me? Look where you're going. The cheek to tell me, look where you're going.
God.
You have blended into the darkness. I can't see your teeth. I can't even see your eyes. Okay. How dare you tell me, look where you're going? I can't see anything. I could not see anything. So it was so cheeky. And I was dying. I stopped to laugh, yeah? And then my cousin was dying. He was cracking up. And I was saying to him, how can this guy tell me, look where you're going? He literally said, Angale Palo Naenda. I was like, what? The fact that I understand what you're saying is even more mad. Like,
how dark is it outside that you literally...
So we are.
A man walked into you, didn't even see him coming. That's crazy.
I swear to God, I did not see this man coming. I didn't see any eyes. I didn't see any teeth. I ain't seen nothing. He blended into he was a shadow.
But wait, if he's telling you, look where you're going, why didn't you look where you're going then? Why did you walk into me then?
He fully said to me, look where you're going. I was so confused. He barged me. I was so baffed. I'm like, it's pitch black out here. That was the first funniest thing.
There's something about Africans back home.
Yo,
that is
savage.
So funny. Like, there's no manners back there. Like, no manners at all. Oh my God.
So you know what else I saw that had me like, we were just in a car, yeah, and then this one guy just went, phew, and then his bogey went flying from his nose onto the side, and then he was like, I feel better. He went. Like there was no like thought process behind is anyone looking, am I gonna get it on anyone? He just blew so violently out of here that it shot like an arrow. I was like, rah.
I know, I've seen men do that so many times.
No,
it goes so fast.
Yeah, but how do you know that your nose is gonna do that? It's not gonna go down.
It's a skill. I guess they've been doing it for years.
Rah. That's another thing. I was like, when I saw it.
Oh my God, and I said,
that had me on the floor.
Absolutely. Finish me. Things like that make me laugh because it's like, my guy, why didn't you move out the way then? If you can see, why didn't you move out the way?
No, but it's not even so much as like, why don't you move out the way? For me, it's more like, I genuinely cannot see you. So the fact that you've told me to move out of the way is so cheeky because I can't see. Wallahi, if I saw eyes and teeth, I would have been less stressed.
But
I didn't even see eyes and teeth.
Didn't even see
nothing.
Someone walking.
He walked into me, genuinely. And I said, oh. I went like, oh. And he went, look where you're going. I was like, what? Okay, the second thing that happened to me in Mombasa.
My God, that was hilarious, man.
The second funniest thing that is actually quite scary that has ever happened to me in Mombasa was basically outside my aunt's house, her old house that she used to live in. In Mombasa, it's so hot that like there's no windows. Because the sun is scorching, like it's hot. There's no windows. So they have like layers of like it's like mesh to stop like the dust
houses. Coming
in.
Okay.
Yeah, so as a window instead there's like layers of mesh like in the window, not glass. And because it's so like, because it's an island and there's so much sand, there's not really like proper roads like in some of the areas because it's just sandy. It stops the sand coming in as well. That's why they have multiple layers. So you can hear everything that goes on outside. There's no soundproofing, nothing.
Oh my God.
So if people are arguing and fighting outside, like sometimes somebody will go like high pitched screaming and you hear Mwizi. That means like thief. The whole block comes out. People come out with poles, people come out with shovels, people come out with like metal, like they just come out ready to fight this thief, bruv.
Love that.
Wallahi, they chase them down the road. It's the funniest thing ever.
I love that.
somebody will just shriek, wee, Mweezy! Long day for you. If someone calls you Mweezy, you better run. The whole block is chasing you.
Everyone's gonna jump you.
Everybody's ready. They're on job. They're ready.
Love that. Community work. Love
Wallahi, I watched it happen. It was entertaining. He's like, I'm sorry. They're beating the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
Entertaining. Anyway, because it's mesh, like I said, you can hear everything that goes on outside. And Mombasa is somewhere that is full of cats, bro. Full of cats. Like, there's just stray cats everywhere, bro. So there was a couple of stray cats that used to like sit around near my aunt's house. So there was one in particular. I remember, but I was there for like 2 weeks. And then I was thinking, why can't I sleep at night? Because there's somebody's baby that's crying outside. Like, why is this baby just crying and crying? Like, is the mom not giving the baby milk or something? Like, what's wrong? Do they need help? Like, that's where my brain went. It's like, you hear like, wah, 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 like a baby, proper like a crying baby, yeah? Human crying baby. So one day after like 2 weeks, I said to my aunt, like, what the hell is that sound, bruv? Why is there, whose baby is that? I was concerned. And my aunt is like, that's not a baby, that's a cat. I'm like, what? I've lived at this point 17 years, yeah, and I've never heard a cat cry like that, like ever.
That cat must really be sad.
Yo, that cat was crying like wah, wah, like a baby, bruv. So now I'm like, what the hell is going on? I said to my aunt, this stinking cat is stopping me from sleeping. Has it got a problem? She goes, I think it's in mating season. It's like it's in heat. I'm like, that is insane. I don't have a cat. I've never had a cat. I mean, I had a cat briefly, but like not for only like a couple of months, and then my mum dashed it. So told it to go away and don't come back. Anyway,
Crazy.
yeah, it's mad. The RSPCA took it. Anyway, alhamdulillah. And then basically, I didn't know anything about. I've never heard a cat make that sound. So what I did was I made it my mission to like scare this cat away. And tell this cat to like go away. Like, you're not gonna keep making me like lose sleep of my nighttime sleep. I can't sleep. You're just crying for no reason. Just shut up. That's where I was going with it, right? So I went one day. I looked outside. It was bare hot, like scorching heat. Yeah. I look outside. I'm hearing this cat during the day now. I'm like, now you're doing it during the day. So I'm looking at it. It's like a black, like a brown, like a tabby cat, like a brown and like mango basically. Brown and white cat. I'm thinking, ugh. I don't really like cats, to be honest.
I love cats, man.
Ugh. So I'm like, ugh, is that cat? Cool, bet. One day I'm like, I am going to chase this cat and you're not going to come back to this compound. Cool. I've gone outside, yeah. I see this cat and it's like, it's walking with its four little legs. Like, yeah, it's just walking. And then I saw it outside and I said, you know what, yeah? I'm going to chase you. This is my time to shine. So I've chased this cat. I'm going, hey, I've chased this cat. The cat's running. Obviously, they're fast, innit? Yeah. So I've grabbed 2 stones from the floor, yeah? I've gone, don't come back here. I dashed 1 stone. It completely missed. Dashed the 2nd stone. It skimmed the cat. So yeah, the cat stopped in its tracks. The cat stopped in its tracks.
Yeah.
I swear God is my witness, yeah? I'm still running. I've stopped. The cat stopped. I've stopped. At this point, I'm like 10 meters away from the cat. Yeah? I've stopped. The cat has stopped. The cat turns around and looks at me, yeah? Allah is my witness, yeah? God is my witness. This happened to me. I swear to God, I'm not lying. The cat looked at me, and in a man's voice, the cat said, Wewe. Do you know what Wewe means? Wewe means like, oi! Like, what are ya? I swear to God. I swear to God. Wallahi or billahi, this cat looked at me and said, Wewe. And I said, eh? I bugged. I said, what?
You're joking, Nasra.
Wallahi, this cat spoke and it said, Wewe. And I said, ah. And I legged it. When I tell you I Usain bolted, I have never run that fast in my life.
Was it a gin?
It was a ginny cat, yeah.
Stop.
Listen, the story gets worse, bruv.
Oh, no, it doesn't get worse for me.
I legged, when I tell you I have never, wallahi, in my life run that fast. I legged it, me and my big back, we legged it down the road, bruv. I've gone back into my aunt's house. She can clearly see, like, I'm pale, like, I'm flustered. I'm out of breath, like, I'm panting. And I'm stressed. And she's like, hey, what's the matter with you? And I go, the cat. The one that goes, where? I chased it and I threw a stone at it and then it missed. And then I threw another stone at it and it skimmed the cat. And then the cat stopped and it looked at me and it said, where? And then everyone just burst out laughing. They're like cracking up. I'm like, I think I'm going crazy. They're laughing. They're on the floor.
Like, did you actually see the cat's mouth?
My guy,
move?
the cat's mouth moved and said, where? As a man, in a man's voice.
Listen, I would take a plane back to London
So we
at
are.
that point. Are you
know,
mad?
listen, what
Clearly
makes
that
it
cat's
worse?
gonna come for you now.
My
It's gonna
guy,
come
what
back for
makes
you.
it worse is my aunt is laughing. She goes, didn't you know half of the cats here are not really cats, they're jinns. She's going, oh, that's a regular occurrence. I'm looking at her like, take me back to England. Take me back.
Wait, Nasra, are you serious?
So I said, next flight, take me out of here. Get me out of here. I am a Brit. Get me out of it.
No, I've heard, like, obviously I know that, like, jinns take the form of, like, animals sometimes, innit?
Brother.
Like, I've heard things like that, but, like...
Particularly
damn.
cats.
But, like, you actually came face to face with one.
Yo, it looked at me. It said, oi. I didn't need to hear nothing more
He
than
looked,
oi.
he looked at you and said, hey.
Hey, he said to me, wait, hey.
You better relax. That's what he said.
I learned my lesson. I didn't need to hear anything more than that. I learned my lesson.
So did he continue to cry at night and stuff?
But after that, I was traumatized. I think I just let it be. I didn't hear nothing from that after that. I was traumatized.
you're
I said,
lucky.
get me out of here.
You're very lucky that cat didn't come for you.
Alhamdulillah. That cat didn't come for me. To be honest, the stone didn't hit it. It skimmed it.
How come you've never told us this story?
I have told the story. Have you never heard the story?
No, you've never told me about talking cat. Are you crazy?
Say, well, I have never told you the story.
Wallahi, you never told me the story.
That's mad.
Are you crazy?
I've told the story bare times. Have I
A
never told
talking
you?
cat?
Yo, the
I
cat
can't say where.
in
Are
a
you
man's
crazy?
voice, in the deepest man's
No,
voice,
you
said,
n-
wait.
No.
Hey! So we are.
You've never told me this.
Wallahi.
Wallahi.
My bad, innit? Maybe we didn't touch on Kenya too tough, wallahi. But bro, I was traumatized after that. I said I'll never own a cat in my life. I'll never own a cat, bruv. It makes sense why God made me allergic.
Listen, I've owned 2 different cats, yeah? Male cats. Shout out to Chess and Milo, man.
Aw.
Like, Chess especially. Listen, yeah? Cats, they see things, innit? 100, even babies see things, I believe, 100%.
Cats are
they,
bare creepy,
They can
bruv.
see the unseen.
Yeah.
But sometimes cats do some freaky stuff. Like,
Yeah, they're
really
bare
creepy
creepy.
stuff. Many times my cat's just chilling, yeah? And he would just kind of look up. And he would look in the corners of the room. And he'll be walking closer to the wall. Like he's trying to catch
Billah.
something. And there's nothing there.
Billah.
At that point, I'm like, A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. I read Ayatul Kursi, keep it moving, man.
Yo.
But clearly he's seen something in the room.
creepy.
Cats are creepy, man.
No, after that cat spoke to me, so yeah. Do you think I've ever disturbed a cat again in my life? Do you think I've ever had beef with a cat? I've never had beef with a cat, bro.
Listen.
I talk to them sometimes. I'm like, hey. You know when I go to when I go to Hannah's house,
Yeah.
I was gonna say my friend as if you don't know her. Okay, silly me. When I go to Hannah's house, yeah, and she has Mango, I'm like, what? Oh, don't come next to me. I talk to Mango as if Mango is a man. I'm traumatized.
Oh my God. I did not know this, Nasra Wallahi.
Yo.
Listen, all I'm saying is treat animals well. I'm telling you.
I was
I'm
sleep
telling
deprived.
you.
That's all I'm gonna say. I handled it with violence. I was
I
sleep
hear it, though.
deprived.
I hear it, Wallahi.
It was hot and I needed to sleep and I couldn't sleep, so I was frustrated for like a good 2 weeks. And it's like you know when the sound is not even coming from like down the road. I can't even be angry at a siren. Like, you know, in London, we hear sirens, we hear crackheads, we hear people fighting, but like you have a window. Imagine if we didn't have windows and it's directly underneath your window. Like, my head is here, there's a window here, there's a wall here, and the cat is outside the wall. It's
It's
literally less than
loud.
a meter away from me,
It's
just
right
it's on the
there.
other side of the wall. And it's going, wah, 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 like bare loud.
I get annoyed with sounds going on outside with a window. I would have lost my mind over there, man.
Yo.
Because sometimes foxes be making weird sounds
Oh
at
my
night.
God, foxes fighting
Like,
each
when
other.
I hear animals at night, it's scary, bruv.
Foxes fighting each other is
Because I'm pretty sure
mad.
that's the thing in Islam. When you hear, I think, is it a dog barking in the
Yeah,
middle of the
it's a
night?
dog barking.
Or if you hear a rooster, they've seen something. I think either an angel or a jinn. Correct me if I'm wrong in it, but they've seen something.
Mad.
Especially roosters. You know, they do that shit over there. They be seeing stuff. And dogs barking at night, be careful of dogs barking at night.
Scary.
Yep, be very careful of dogs
A'udhu
barking at night.
billah.
A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim, bruv.
That's so scary.
But listen, the way is
Hey, he said to me, oi. Where is like,
crazy.
you say where to someone like when you're like warning them, like where. Like where.
Hey, relax.
Where?
Yeah.
You know?
It's digi kind of vibes. Hey, it's digi.
Like, hey.
Relax.
Hey,
Crazy.
you know how I'm go, it's like that. But like,
Where?
it means like oi.
Where?
It's like when you say waria, waria, waria. It's sort of like a warning, you know? Like, you know when your kid is touching something, hey, waria, waria.
Not you getting threatened by a cat.
Bruv, I was threatened by a genie, bruv. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I was threatened by a scary entity, bruv. أعوذ بالله. But nah, Kenya Chronicles, hilarious.
Nasra?
I really should have fasted.
Yeah, maybe you should have fasted, you know. Maybe you should have fasted. Goodness me. Wow,
Yeah.
I still love cats though. Shout out to cats. I still love them. I love cats, man. I genuinely,
cats, bruv.
I love most animals except sloths. I don't like sloths. If a sloth comes near me, I'll bug out. And you know what's mad? Every time I tell people that I don't like sloths, they just send me memes of sloths after that. So I stopped saying it.
You know, sloths are the weirdest
I
animals
made the
to dislike.
worst mistake. I made the worst mistake in 2014. Yeah, I went to work and I must have mentioned that I hated sloths. And one of my co-workers terrorized me for like 2 years straight. Every time, every other week, she would send me a picture of a sloth. They are the most terrifying animals. And they're slow as hell. It's not like they're even fast.
How are they terrorizing? How are they scary?
Bro, sloths are scary. Like I'm not talking about like the cartoon ones or the cute little teddy bears in the shops. I'm talking about real life sloths. Have you seen a picture of a real life sloth?
Yeah, but they're bare slow, bro.
Wallahi, for me, terrifying. Something about their claws and their long arms. Oh, and they have like a little creepy smile. No, oh, wait. I think I know why I hate sloths. Do you remember the early days, the memes? There was a sloth that was a perv. Do you remember those memes? Where the sloth would be whispering in a woman's ear. I think that's where that's where my phobia came from. I think it came from that. Because they were bare pervy. Wallahi, that's
So weird. They literally move like this.
I swear to God, that's the one
I
animal.
think even I'm moving too fast.
Bro, put me in a room with a lion and a sloth. I'm running to the lion.
No.
Are you crazy?
A lion will tear you to shreds.
At least it will end my life quickly, man.
Hey.
A sloth will. Oh, I don't know what it is. Just looking at sloth freaks me out.
Are they violent though?
I don't think they are. You know, they're not violent.
You know who is so cute but is bare vicious? Pandas, bruv.
Are they?
They're bare vicious, bruv.
Are they?
Don't get on the wrong side of a panda, bruv.
I didn't know that.
They're mad aggressive. They're so cute. Have you seen the videos of the lady in China she works in like a panda resort and like she tries to stop them from she's sweeping all of the like leaves and then they just start playing in the leaves and like throwing the leaves around.
I didn't see
And then
that.
she has to keep picking them up and moving them and then they like keep crawling, the little baby pandas.
And then they got pissed off at her.
No, she's getting exhausted because she's trying to clean.
Yeah.
But they're mad vicious. They're so cute.
Are they?
I think they got chlamydia as well. Is that koalas? Is that koalas? I think that might be koalas.
Koalas have what?
Chlamydia.
Where is this conversation going?
They got STDs, you know.
This is a chaotic episode.
I'm pretty sure one of them's got STDs.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be in terms of like your aura, your energy?
Oh, what animal would I be? I think I'd be an elephant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Either an
elephants are
elephant
nice.
or
Elephants are nice.
either an elephant or what animal do I really resonate with? I love elephants and I also love giraffes because they're so like unproblematic.
Yeah.
Those are the two animals that are just so cute and so unproblematic.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're majestic like in their own right and they're like beautiful and they're like like they're just nice. I feel like I've never heard of somebody being attacked by
Giraffes.
by a giraffe.
Do you know why? Because they're up there. They're up there, man. They don't even know what's going on down here, man. They're living life up there.
They got a long neck.
Giraffes, man. Wallahi, yeah, giraffes are just peaceful, innit?
They're so peaceful. They just be minding their own business, bro. I feel like that's me. I just mind my own business,
Bruv,
wallahi.
have you ever fed a giraffe? Their tongues are mad.
Their tongues are black
Bruv.
and long.
Bruv, I went to what's that drive-in safari thing?
No
in
way.
Birmingham. Sick. Probably the only best thing Birmingham has.
Oh.
It's basically like 20 minutes from like the city centre or whatever. I
Yeah.
can't remember. But I went to a safari. I'm driving slowly. I see giraffes. I'm feeding the giraffe now.
Oh.
My God, the tongue is like longer than my hand. It's probably like up to here.
Mad.
And he went, it licked my entire arm. I was like, but it was nice. I took some cute pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice.
And I like elephants because, you know, like they're so like protective and they're really good at
Elephants are so
remembering
nice.
stuff.
Oh my God, have you heard that story
Yeah.
of that woman?
Which one?
Oh my God. So it happened where, I think, did it happen in India? I can't remember. There was a woman who died, okay? No. I don't know if she got killed by an elephant. Astaghfirullah. But she died. There was this one elephant and its entire family came to the funeral and messed up the, you know, they do like shrines in the coffin and stuff.
Oh.
The elephants completely came to the funeral and trashed everything.
No.
And apparently they were kind of got, like looking for the body or something
Of the elephant.
of the woman who died.
Oh, rah.
The elephants came for her at the day of her funeral. So then apparently there were reports that came out afterwards to say that she was abusive to one of the elephants or something like that. I can't remember too much into the story.
Yo.
But I do remember the elephants coming for her even after
They
death.
were coming back in blood. They came back
They were
for
coming
blood.
back in blood. And people were saying that elephants remember things.
Mad.
Crazy.
You know another animal that you shouldn't fuck with?
Who?
Crows.
Oh my God, yes.
Crows, they will remember you. If you violate them, they'll remember you, and then they'll tell each other to come and violate you. There was a guy, I think he must have like tried to hit a crow. It was on top of his car. That crow and his whole family came and just pooed all over his car.
And they would do
then
it every
they
day
were targeting him
consistently.
every day.
Yeah.
They remembered where he worked. They remembered where he was going.
Yep.
They followed him home.
Yep.
Crows are evil. Stay away from them,
And
bruv.
apparently, in order to be on their good side, you have to give them
Something
sort of
shiny.
offering.
Yeah.
You have to give them like a food or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that mad?
And even if you say sorry, sometimes they won't forgive you. They'll still come for you. It's mad.
It's up to them, innit?
Yeah. And also, they love shiny things. Yeah. I do sometimes describe myself as like a crow because I love shiny things.
Yeah.
But crows are mad evil. Mad evil. Stay away from them.
I don't know what animal I would be.
What would you be? What do you resonate with? Like, what do you feel like speaks to your soul and who you are?
Camel.
A camel.
I don't know.
Swear.
Camels, they just seem chill,
They're so chill.
bit lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a camel. I love a camel.
But they're mad strong.
I don't think I'm strong, to be honest. Maybe I should pick another animal. What do you think? What animal do you think I should be? Because I've kind of got one for you. I've got two animals for you.
Me.
But I'm talking energy-wise, yeah.
Energy-wise.
I would say you have days where you're a monkey,
A monkey.
literally. Monkey and hyena vibes.
Rah! Hyena.
No, but like
I'd be
the Lion King hyenas.
Oh, like Shenzi and them, man.
The man, the ones that
You
are
know his name is
laughing,
actually
cackling.
Shenzi. You know what Shenzi means in Swahili?
No, what does it
It
mean?
means like idiot.
I didn't mean it in that way. I just meant like you laugh a lot, you joke a lot, you banter a lot. I was talking about the Lion King hyenas.
Really?
Yeah. That's the vibe you give me. Chaotic.
Chaotic, yeah. No, I hear it. I actually like. I
Do
like.
you know
them.
what I mean? Monkeys are nice though. Monkeys good vibes, wallahi.
If I was a monkey,
They love hugs. You like hugs?
I love hugs.
Yeah, you do.
I love hugs. I love wrapping my arms around people.
What? I need an animal that's not that
I
affectionate.
don't know for
Maybe
you.
that's
I
me.
think I would go with a cat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
I really would go with a
Oh
cat.
my god, yes.
Because you like soft life. You like being looked after.
I like taking naps.
You love taking
I like my
naps.
own space.
You do like you don't really like affection. Like don't touch me too tough.
Don't touch me, but if I want to cuddle, I'll come
Yeah.
to you. Yeah?
Definitely a cat.
That's me.
Definitely
Oh,
a cat.
100% I'm cat energy.
Yeah.
Where? Relax it. Hey.
I was gonna say sloth, but I thought let me allow you.
I ain't even got nails, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, you know
definitely.
what?
You give cat vibes.
Maybe that's why I resonate with cats.
Yeah.
I really do resonate with cats, man.
You love soft life. You're like, yeah, no, if that's too much, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and if I don't like you, I'll stay the hell away from you.
Yeah. Soft
You
life.
know? Yeah, I'm not like dogs. Dogs are very, friendly. They love a bit of attention from everyone.
I think I'm more of a dog.
I'm not really a dog. I'm definitely a cat, man.
Because people describe me and Hannah as black cat and golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I never really resonated with it.
Oh wait, yeah, golden
But
retrievers. You.
I do get golden retriever vibes all the time. People
Yeah.
tell me that all the time.
Yeah, you are a
They
golden
say
retriever.
I'm a golden retriever vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know much about dogs.
Yeah, golden retrievers.
I
are
like
cute.
the pugs. They look a bit.
They clap though.
They're so cute, bruv.
Pugs.
I see cuteness in the clapness.
I'll be real, man. I like cute animals.
I think they're mad cute. You know?
I think cats are beautiful.
You
So
do?
I don't like the Sphinx ones.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what about the one that don't have no hair?
Yeah, that one. I don't like that. That's the only ones I clap.
Yo, they seem very easy to look after until I found out that they actually have oil and they shed oil in their skin. And sometimes when they lean on your like sofas and upholsteries and stuff, it leaves like black marks.
Ew.
So someone bought a Sphinx and they had like white sofas, and their white sofas was full of like oil stains from the cat rubbing up all
Damn.
against it because their skin sheds like secretes oil.
Is that like sweat?
No, it's like I think
just oil.
it's their glands. It's their
Do you know how
glands.
much they are?
They're mad expensive.
Back
They're in the
day,
thousands.
Back when I was in uni, this girl that I knew was telling me that her mum was buying two. She was buying two Sphinx cats.
She's loaded.
I remember that she said that she was paying like $1,500 for those
Yeah,
two
she's
cats.
loaded. They're thousands. I think she even got a good deal.
Oh my.
They are
God.
so expensive.
So clap, man.
They're so butters.
Sorry,
Oh
they're
my
so
God.
clapped.
I think I could how do you even stroke that? You can't even stroke it. It's just skin.
It's not even that. It's giving wrinkly skin as well.
Oh.
It's giving wrinkly loose skin.
Ugh.
Nah, sorry man.
Ugh.
That's the only cat that I don't really
No, thank
vibe
you.
with.
Nah, man.
But anyways, man.
So, shall I read this email that we received from a lovely viewer?
Yes.
Yeah?
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. So we got this email back in March, and we did speak about it at the event, but we haven't had a chance to reply, and I'm so sorry that I didn't reply to you. But we're here to reply to you today. Yeah. Dear ELM, I love your show so much. It shone a big light that was really needed in my postpartum journey. Please excuse any dysfunctional grammar. I am typing this just to get it off my chest. My son is 1.5, and I love him so much. But at the moment, I really don't like motherhood. I think I'm the worst mum on the planet. I never have energy in the day. I'm such a boring parent. My husband is the fun one. All I seem to do is make sure he's fed, happy, and goes to bed on time. If that routine is broken, I become extremely hostile, overstimulated, and just not nice to be around. I hate how angry I get. It seems like I can't enjoy anything anymore the way I used to. I used to look forward to stuff and feel like there's a purpose in life, but right now, things are just the same every day. I have no hobbies. I feel like I'm always shouting or stern. I wish I could do something for myself, but I just don't know what. Being a stay-at-home mum is difficult because I feel so invisible. Nobody appreciates the work I do to make sure that there's clean laundry and food on the table. I barely leave to go out to a nice thing like a restaurant because the whole time I'm panicking. Oh no, sorry. The whole time I'm picking food off the floor, my toddler throws, and this ruins my appetite. Then I become moody that I left the restaurant with a cold takeout box. I don't have any friends in the city I live in, as I've moved from my own city to my husband's city. I can relate to that. The only friends I have are the ones who don't have kids, and they won't fully understand. The only time I will get any time to myself is doing stuff like going to do a food grocery shop, but something is telling me that that is not classed as rest. Even though I try to make the absolute most of it, I'm just an exhausted toddler mum, and I feel like motherhood is going to only get worse, harder, and more unmanageable. I don't know if I have it in me. My own mum, if my own mum was closer, I'd be so happy. As much as my mother-in-law says she's happy to babysit, I struggle so much to make use of it because she's very fragile and elderly. Oh, and he doesn't sleep through the night. This makes things a lot more difficult. I don't know where I'm going with this, other than asking if motherhood is going to get better. I do want more kids, inshallah, but the thought of it is making me shudder. Love you guys with every fibre of my being. Thoughts?
So, we read this out at the event.
Yeah.
And we shared our thoughts, and other people even shared their thoughts as well. But honestly, that was me in the first year of Jenna, when Jenna
Yeah.
was born. I just thought to myself, I don't like motherhood. I'm not cut out for this. I hate every minute of it. I was just stuck in that rut
Yeah.
for like a year and a half. Well, do you know what the craziest thing is? If I'm being honest, yeah, I can't sit here and tell someone how to get out of a depressive episode,
Yeah.
because for me, it just took time. For
Yeah.
me, time was a healer. There was no therapy. There was nothing that contributed to me feeling better and feeling more adjusted in motherhood. For me, it just happened naturally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say, like, and it's gonna sound cliche, and it's gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it does get easier and it does get better. I feel like she's just in that season where, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the first 2 years, I would say, is rough.
It is rough. It's so rough.
It's rough when you go through the sleep regressions,
the
and
ghetto.
the teething and all of this stuff, like while they're still in nappies, and oh my god, the first 2 years is rough. Like by 3 and 4, at least they're able to talk to you and they're a little bit more independent.
Yeah.
But the first 2 years, especially the first year, she said her son was 1.5, innit?
1.
Rough.
Big.
So you're
rough.
still in that postpartum. You're still in the, what's it called? You're still in the most stressful part in the first 4 years.
Your hormones haven't even
exactly
regulated.
Your hormones don't even regulate for 2 years, I think.
Yeah,
innit?
it takes 2 years.
So
Rough.
I just think, like, you have to give yourself grace, because it does get easier.
Yeah.
And you will feel more adjusted. But definitely, I would say you need to sit down with your husband, because you said that he was the fun one and stuff. Sit down with your husband. Everything that you told us, you need to be telling him.
Yes.
Because I don't think she mentioned that she spoke to her partner once. So if you haven't spoken to him, I would say you speak to him and you prioritize yourself. And rest is not you going to do food shopping on your own.
It's not.
Yes, I understand that you're having time away from your husband and your child. You know, sometimes it does seem fun, but that really isn't rest. But literally, book yourself a facial. Go get your hair done. Do you know what I do, Nasra? Every 4 weeks, I get my hair done.
Good.
I make sure once a month, I do a massage.
Good.
Yeah? I do that because generally it makes me feel better. I will find a way. Like, I need to get a massage once a month, and I need to get my hair done every 4 weeks. Little things like that, if you commit to little acts of self-care, at least once a month, even if you're by yourself, I promise you're going to feel a lot better.
100%.
So I would say talk to your husband and figure out a schedule and tell him even one whole weekend each month. One whole weekend for myself.
Yep.
Do that. And I promise you, once you spend time away and doing things for yourself, you will have the capacity and you will start to enjoy motherhood when you reunite with your baby again, because you've had that break. You've had that time to recharge. That's the advice I would give.
I get that your mother-in-law is old and you don't want to put like the pressures of looking after a small child on her.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Every month, the same thing that Suia said. Either if you need sleep, book yourself a hotel or an Airbnb that's nearby your house and just sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Use that time to do nothing but sleep and take care of yourself. Because I think that's the part that we forget when we become mums, is before you had this kid, before you were pregnant, before you got married, you used to look out for number one. You used to look out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you have somebody else to keep alive, somebody else to like run after, somebody else to feed, clothe, bathe, like put to sleep, nurture, like talk them out of their tantrums, you know, pat their back, give them kisses, like you're constantly focused on someone else. And then you've got a husband, you have to help him, you have to, you know, cook for him, you have to clean, blah, blah. Like there's just so many things on your plate. You've put yourself last.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need to remove all the other distractions and start putting yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier said than done, but the faster you do it, the faster you'll feel better.
Mm-hmm. And also, you know, when she said how she doesn't feel appreciated
Yeah.
for doing the laundry and putting food on the table, doing self-care will bring that love back into yourself. Why don't you appreciate yourself? If you want to feel appreciated, you need to start with yourself. Honestly, just be like, you know what? I'm a sick woman. Are you mad? This house will fall apart without me.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's time for the queen to go get her hair done. It's time for the queen to go get her nails done and a pedicure and a massage. Like literally talk to your partner and your husband. Tell him exactly how you're feeling and tell him once or twice or maybe every weekend, I need 1 day to myself. Even if you live in a different city. I know you said that you don't really have friends and that, but you need to start off with enjoying your own company. Go out, get a coffee.
Let me tell you what you need to do.
Look for like social clubs around the area. Go into the community.
And if you don't want to do any of that, if that's not your vibe and you don't want to do any of that, I swear down, you know what I used to do? This is going to sound very unhinged. I used to leave Hannah with my mum and I would go to the cinema and I would take naps in the cinema. It's going to sound very unhinged. I would go watch something that I really have zero interest in and I would nap.
In the cinema?
It's the perfect place to nap. It's dark. It's warm. Like, you just make sure you wear a jumper, like extra jumper.
It's not too loud.
And warm. If you're tired, you will sleep on the motorway. I will sleep on the side of the motorway if I'm that tired. I used to just nap in the cinema. And then I'd come out and be like, wow. Everybody, wow, what a good movie. On my bike.
Yeah, man, honestly. Go outside, do something for yourself, go shopping, treat yourself.
Take yourself out on a date. Like, I used to do that. You know, there was a couple of times where there's a restaurant in Westfield next to Nando's. And it's like a pasta place. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pasta place. And one day I was really like craving pasta and I didn't want to go home and cook it. So I went in there, I put Netflix on my phone, took myself out on a date. I sat there, I watched the whole show. The waiter was like, are you waiting for somebody? I was like, no, I'm here by myself. And they were like, wow, admirable. What do you want to eat? And then they gave me my food. It's not weird. Take yourself out. It's really not weird. By the time you're done, you enjoy that food. By the time you're done and you've had this meal by yourself with no one asking you questions, with no one touching you, with no one trying to eat your food, with no one crying, with no one saying, oh, when's the food ready? Nothing. Zen, peace, calm. By the time you're done with that, you're going to be like, wow, I feel so much better.
And also, you know how she mentioned her husband is the fun parent? I can definitely relate to that. Listen, 4 years in, he's still the fun parent, yeah? But over time, I started to realize, you know what? Of course, I would love to be the fun parent, but I'm also accepting the role that I have as well. The role that I take is, who do they come to when they need comfort? Who do they come to when they need love and affection and
when they're sad,
when they need some emotional support?
Yep.
That's all mummy. Who is Jenna calling for when she's having a nightmare? She calls mummy.
It's never dad.
Yeah, it's never daddy. She's
never fun parent.
Mummy. Yeah, but who does she want when she wants to go to the park and I can't be asked? It's daddy. And it's all right. I'm okay with that. Do you know why? Because I'm running on empty and I'm doing 90% of the job.
Facts.
When my husband's working all week, the reason why he has energy to be fun is because he wasn't with them every single day, sis. And I'm sure your husband is working as well.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be the fun parent because when he sees them, he's got energy for them.
He misses them.
The mother most times has no energy to be doing everything and then now have the energy to run around in a park and have fun and be the fun parent. So I think you should cut yourself some slack. Honestly, most times the dads are the fun ones because they haven't seen the kids all week. Listen, if I didn't see my children all week,
I would be the fun parent too.
On the weekends, I'd be like, let's go soft play. On the weekends, I'd be like, let's go fun fair, let's go swimming. Because I feel bad that I didn't see them and I would have the energy for them. So you have to really think about that and say to yourself, you know what? I literally do everything else for these kids. I don't have to be the fun parent. And if you want to be the fun parent, then you will just have to find ways to take your kid out without feeling overstimulated, or if you have the time or energy to, then you can give it a try, of course, but also don't kick yourself while you're already down.
Yeah.
When you are doing everything else for your child.
Another thing that I want to say, and I am very aware that I may get some backlash for saying this, but I completely agree with you, Suya, first of all. But also, you feel unappreciated, and the only person you would really be feeling unappreciated from is your husband, because your child is one. They don't understand the meaning of appreciation. They don't know how to show you that they appreciate you. They didn't even ask to be on this planet, right? They didn't ask to be here. So they're just vibes in. But you feel unappreciated because your husband makes you feel unappreciated, right? If I were you, I would not be begging a Somali man to be romantic and to bring you things to say thank you and to use his money and go and buy yourself something nice.
Mm-hmm.
Use his money to show yourself appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Tax him. Because if you don't tax him, you're going to be sitting there on empty, resentful, angry. Why is this guy not buying me flowers? Why is this guy not buying me perfume? Why is this guy not showing me that he cares or that, he's... Somali men are very dumb. No offense, innit? Not very good up here, okay?
I feel like all men...
Lights are on.
I feel like all men are like that. Though,
Nobody's
innit?
at home.
You have to literally tell them exactly what it is.
And sometimes even when you tell them, they don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, sis, use his money and buy yourself something nice, book yourself something nice, take yourself somewhere nice. Honestly, because if you don't do it, you'll be waiting forever. By the time, listen, you don't end up like me, innit? You'll end up divorced because I felt resentful because I was not feeling appreciated. And I voiced that I wasn't feeling appreciated and nothing came of that. So the resentment built and built and built and built. You can't meet somebody where they're not there. Like, you're there and they're not there. So in hindsight, should I have taken his money and bought myself some nice things? Yes, I should have. In hindsight, should I have used his money to make myself feel better? Yes, I really should have. And that's my advice to you. There's people that are going to disagree with me. Quite frankly, I don't care because I would rather you disagree with me and she stays married to her. Because imagine that is her person. She's just in like a rut, right? You don't know how to get out of this rut. But the consequences of staying in the rut is resentment. And once you hit resentful stage, it's so hard to go back. So before you hit resentment for how you're feeling and for like, the hormone imbalance and all of the things like the lack of sleep and the toddler stage, before you hit resentment, treat yourself.
100%.
Treat yourself, girl.
100%. And I feel like with husbands, I feel like obviously even in the deen, they're the ones that have to be providing for the wife, right?
Yeah.
So you sit down with him and say, hey, listen, I'm the wife in the house. I'm the mother in the house. I'm doing this, that. I'm maintaining the house. I'm cooking. I'm doing your laundry. I'm looking after your son. I'm doing all these things. You have to look after me in order for me to look after your kid.
Facts.
Yeah? So give me some money so I can go get my hair did, so I can get a facial, so I can get a massage, so that I can continue maintaining this household. Simple as that.
Because it wouldn't run without her.
I'm so sorry.
You wouldn't run without you.
Yeah, it's not going to run without you.
Nothing would happen without you.
Hey, sometimes I'm just like, Hassan's sitting right there. I'm just like, oh man, I haven't been to the hairdresser in so long. I'm planting the seed in his head. That's what you need to do, man.
I love that for you.
I need a massage.
Ooh, my back is hurting a little.
I need Listen, one thing about men, they know self-care. Because when it's time for them to do something for themselves, I promise you they will do it. They will not think twice.
Oh.
Yeah? Do you remember back in November, shout out to the foot massage. Back in November, I went to Dubai. Came back, Hassan had a new foot massage. He had a new foot massage. He had his foot inside. It's got heat. It's got a heat button, and it's got like different modes. And I was like, well, what's this then? I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think about a foot massager.
So I'm in love with that foot massager.
My feet been aching. He bought it for himself, yeah? I come back from holiday. I'm like, oh, what's this then? He's like, oh, I just bought myself a foot massage. I'm on my feet most times all day. And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. I was like, oh.
Life-changing.
One thing about...
Life-changing.
I looked at him like, oh, okay. Say less. Till this day, I use it more than he does. But one thing about men, they will look after themselves, man. So you have to tell them to look after you. Guess what? When we went to Manchester, I brought the foot massager with me because I knew that I'd be driving long distance or whatever. I brought it with me. Nasra and Hannah tried it. It changed their life. I think Hannah ordered it.
Hannah ordered it on the spot. I ordered it the week after.
Oh,
when I tell you that foot massager changed my life, I think I use it every day. Like, I don't think that sometimes a couple of days goes by because I'm either not at home or I'm too tired or like my feet feel good. The days that I feel single in my feet, I'm in that foot massager for an hour.
And it got rid of your back pain.
Yo, the day that we went to Manchester, there was like it was like a tightening on one side of my back, and I was literally walking
She
like
was
this.
walking sideways.
I was walking
Oh my
sideways because it
God.
hurt
Yeah.
so much. I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day, but genuinely my back, it was like constricted on one side. It was so painful. And when we got to Manchester, I remember, Suya, do you know how long it took me to get in the car?
Yeah.
I was like an old lady, and I went in the car like this, and I was saying, Suya, my back hurts, my back hurts. I used the foot massager. Tell me why I was all of a sudden straight. I was sitting up straight. I was like, rah,
Listen.
my pain is gone.
Listen.
Whatever nerves, listen, all your pain starts in your feet. I swear to God, all your pain starts in your feet. And I saw something on Instagram the other day. It's like Chinese medicine. Some talking about Chinese medicine. And she said, whatever blockages you have in your body starts in your feet. She goes, once you get rid of those blockages, everything else flows.
Because it kind of like, I guess there's nerves that connect from like the feet
It
that go up to your back,
everywhere.
your back and everything.
Your whole body, Suya, from your feet to your head.
Everything's connected.
Everywhere is
I'm
connected.
telling you.
And you know what? Since I started using that foot massager, I've started to see my metabolism speed up. I've started to lose weight. That sounds so mad. But it's because of that foot massager. Because they'll be like, do you ever look at the reflexology foot chart? No?
No.
Because I'd be saying to Sawia, you know when you're using the foot massager, yeah? Does it make you feel queasy? Does it make you feel like you're gonna vomit? Does it make you shit?
Yeah.
How many times do I say that to you?
Bruv, you go to the toilet every time you use it.
Yo, if I sit there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on there, after that I need to pee or shit. Like,
Crazy.
by force.
Crazy.
And I was looking at the reflexology foot chart, yeah, and it's like parts of your feet. So like the top part of your feet underneath your toes is like your sinuses. So if it hurts to touch there on like certain pressure points, it's because your sinuses are blocked, and it will unblock it. And then there's like bits of like, you know, the arch of your foot. It's like where your kidneys are. So like it's on both feet.
Wow.
So sometimes when I put my foot in the foot massager, there's certain places that will really hurt. 10, 15 minutes later, they don't hurt anymore. My feet feel like I've released that blockage.
Yeah.
My whole body feels amazing after I use that foot massager. We need to send them an email, bruv, because we need to collaborate with them.
Oh,
I'm obsessed with them.
listen, They are sick, man.
I'm obsessed.
They are sick.
Please, sis, from the email, buy yourself a foot massager. I promise you.
Buy yourself a foot massager. Dedicate 1 or 2 days a month. Maybe start with 1 day or maybe 2. Or maybe once a week even. Yeah? Dedicate 1 day to yourself.
Yeah.
And do something you enjoy. Before you start looking for friends, I would highly advise you to start loving yourself more. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the hard work that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like, look after yourself. Do your hair. Get a facial. Massage.
Go for a nice long walk.
Listen, sometimes, you know, when I get my hair done, I facial and everything. Yeah? Wax my face a little bit. I swear to God, I look in the mirror. I'm like, who's that?
Who's this lady?
Who's this 1010?
You know what I love to do?
Little things like that. When you look good, you feel good.
100%.
When your hair is like this,
Buy a new
and
dinner.
it's knotted, yeah, and you're wearing like a ripped bati day in day out, and you've got spit,
Stains.
you've got spit up all over you,
Yeah.
and you're on the shitty nappy in the day, and it's not even 12 o'clock, yeah. Of course, you're gonna feel like you feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you feel good, if you look good, sorry, you will feel good.
So you know what's so underrated? What is so underrated? Headphones, full blast. Walking down the street, blasting your favorite song.
Really?
Underrated. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be promoting music on this pod, but it's so underrated. Things that you used to do beforehand.
I thought you were gonna say noise cancelling. The opposite.
Nah. Putting your music in your ear and actually walking and not concentrating on anything other than that. Underrated. Because you can't have headphones in the house in case your kid moves mad or hurts himself, right? You can't have anything on full blast. But it's when you're walking outside. Let's say you're walking through a park, full blast. Of course, be aware of your surroundings. People are weird. But just sitting there knowing that you don't have to worry about somebody falling over or crying or hitting themselves or doing something mad. Just having that in your ear and just, it doesn't have to be music. It could be a podcast. It could be anything. But just full blast, just be outside.
Yeah.
Underrated. So underrated.
Honestly. Like, and you know when those moments when you feel like, damn, I don't feel appreciated, and what am I doing all of this for? I want you to remember that Allah sees everything. Allah knows the role of the mother, and He knows your struggles, and He can see you up all night. He can see you running on empty, doing everything you can for your kids. Come on now. Yeah, like, always remember that Allah sees everything, and He appreciates you, and He's going to reward you.
100%.
He's going to reward you for all your sleepless nights and all the struggles that you're facing, every tear that you've shed.
Yep.
Everything. You'll be rewarded for all of that. The time that you're giving to your kids, the love you're giving to your kids, even small moments when you're showing the hadith to your child, when you smile at them, when your child even looks at you like you're the best human being ever, when your child looks at you and smiles at you like you're a superhero. All those little things, all of those little things matter.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be having a rough day, and then Jenna would say something really sweet. Like, and Jenna is such a, mashallah, she doesn't even misbehave like that, you know. I think my only issue with Jenna, she's hella messy and she chats a lot. But she actually is a good kid. She doesn't mess around, yeah? And she's just very, mashallah, every time I give her something, she'll be like, "You're so kind, mummy, thank you." And I'm looking at her like,
words of affirmation.
where did you get all this? How did you become so polite?
Oh.
You know, you have little moments of joy. Even
What a
though I'm up to
sweetheart.
here. Just 10 minutes ago, I was screaming
Oh.
and fussing about something. And then now I'm like, I swear to God, it's an emotional roller coaster. Yeah? It's an emotional roller coaster, wallahi. But you know what? The craziest thing is, yeah, in a couple years when they start going to school, when they start talking back, when they come home and say, my friend did this and my friend did that.
Oh my
when
God.
they start giving you attitude, low key, a small part of you is going to miss them not being able to talk back, and you're going to miss this cute stage.
Yo, let's not even.
Small, wallahi, you're going to miss it.
You know what Hannah called me the other day? Hannah
Yeah.
called me an old, ugly mummy. Brother, wait till your child starts insulting you, bro. She called me an old, ugly mummy. She was upset. She said, "You are an old, ugly mummy and you're not invited to my birthday." I said, "Brother, who's throwing you the birthday?
My guy.
Huh?
The reason you have a birthday
My
is because
guy."
I birthed you on that day. What do you mean I'm not invited? Crazy work, man.
Wait until they get to age 5.
Oh, man.
Old, ugly mummy's rude, you know. I was triggered. I wasn't triggered by the old part. I was triggered by the ugly part. Because I
Damn.
actually look clapped.
Oh, man. No, well, like, kids, man, you'll be okay. Genuinely, I feel like as long as you just start with just one day to yourself. Start there. Dedicate a day to yourself.
You've got this.
Pour some love back into yourself. I
Yeah.
feel like you're not appreciating or loving yourself. Start there first. And then kind of go into the community. See what's going on in your city.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's going to be a mum group somewhere.
Definitely. Check out your local community centres. I've been saying this for the longest.
Yeah.
Check out community centres. They're so underrated.
Yeah.
Some of them have like parent meetups. Some of them have like stay and plays. Some of them have like yoga for babies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. Some of them have buggy walks.
And I think she's Somali, right? I can tell by the name. That
Yeah.
I think she's Somali. I don't know what city you're in. Yeah, you didn't really mention that.
Yeah.
But maybe like go to like Somali events, because more
Yes.
time you kind of get along with your own people easily.
Yeah,
You know?
so much easier
Like
to
if I go
connect.
somewhere and it's just Somalis, more time I'll make friends.
Yeah.
Because I could just kick it with my own people. I could just talk to them and we'll be good, right? So maybe start there if you feel like you want like Somali friends, people who you can relate to. But yeah, honestly,
Or soft play. Go make friends in soft play.
yeah,
That's another thing as well. Especially if you go to a soft play near your house, chances are they also live around the corner or in the area, and then you can like speak to some parents and then like coordinate the days that you come to soft play, and then you can sit with them and then talk and make friends. That's a very good place to make friends.
yeah,
The number of people I've just sat there and had convos with at soft play.
yeah. Honestly, I hope it goes well.
And that will tire out your kid, and then maybe they'll sleep at night.
Yeah, honestly, people say go outside every day, let them run around. Yeah, it's going to be a headache for a couple of hours, but they have to release that energy. They have to get rid of all that energy. The reason why they're being mad annoying at home is because they have all this energy that they want to release.
Yeah.
Let them go outside. Yeah, let them just run around a park and do whatever you need to do. Yeah, sit there, watch them run around, do whatever, and then but when it's bedtime, hey, that child will be knocked out 100%. So definitely go outside more, take your kid to the park. Yeah, you don't have to be on the swing with them. Let the kid run around, do whatever they need to do, tire them out, dedicate a day to yourself, do more self-care, and talk to your husband as well. Be very
100%.
honest. Be very honest with your husband.
Tell him exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
You've never done this before.
Yeah.
So
I mentioned it
you need the
before.
support.
I mentioned it a few times on here when I was going through depressive episodes. I didn't speak to Hassan for like a week.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's not good, man. It will affect your relationship in many ways. You know, you're gonna have a partner who doesn't know what the hell's wrong with you because you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
And the best way for me to do it, because I found it so hard to talk, I sent him a message. I wrote a long message on my notes and I sent it to him. I said, if I can't say it, he's gonna have to read it. And that opened up that conversation of how I was feeling and stuff like that. So if you feel like you can't talk to him, send him a message.
Oh.
But thank you for sending that email.
Thank you. We're sorry it's taken so long to get back to you. We did speak about it at the event, but we haven't had a chance to fully address it.
Yeah. Honestly, we spoke about it at the event. We had other mums who related. I could relate. I resonate with that really hard.
Same.
And for me personally, after Jenna turned 2, I started to adjust a little bit. So inshallah, with time, you'll feel more adjusted as well.
Yeah.
And also give us an update, man, in like 6 months or so. Let us know.
Oh, we would
what's
love
going
to
on.
hear an update.
And when we hear the update, I better hear her say, hey, by the way, guys, I've been going to facials every day, every week, sorry. I've been doing my hair. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, ELM, I took your advice. I spoke to my husband about it, and alhamdulillah, we've worked things out. I want to hear that.
He gives me like 500
That's what I
pounds a
want to
month.
hear.
That's what I want to hear.
I want to hear you bought yourself some nice perfume.
Yeah.
Some makeup.
Yeah. Honestly, man, let us know how it goes. Sorry if we didn't get back to you in so long.
Yeah.
But inshallah, with time, you'll be okay. Definitely. You're still in the thick of it. Give yourself some grace, honestly.
Into the thick of it.
But yeah,
Into the thick of it.
I think we're coming to the end, you know?
Okay. Before we wrap this up, there's something I want to say to the viewers.
Okay.
There is about 50% of you that watch us that have not subscribed.
Crazy work.
I check the analytics regularly, and there is about 50% of people who watch us on the regular who have not subscribed. Please take a couple of seconds to press the subscribe button and press the little bell notification and keep up to date with what we got going on.
Wait. Go and subscribe now. We'll wait.
We'll actually wait. You subscribe?
Did you subscribe yet?
Very good job. Yeah, please, guys, help us, comment, like, share. Without you guys, there'd be no point of us doing this.
And if you're new here, welcome, man. We had like an influx of new followers, new messages. The messages that we get, man, we get people messaging us saying, how did I not see this pod before? And I'm like, welcome. Now you have a lot of episodes to binge on. Love
Also,
that for you.
I do need to apologize to some people.
Why?
Because a lot of people complained about our episode where a lot of Somali was being spoken, and we didn't take into consideration the fact that a lot of people who are not Somali watch us. So we apologize, and we will make it a point to tell all of our future guests to speak in straight English.
Yeah.
And if they do speak some Somali, we'll try to subtitle it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the word naharis that Subia said earlier on, it means mercy.
Yeah. I'll put a subtitle there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we apologize. We apologize for the interruption.
Yeah. Sorry,
It
man.
was a really good episode.
Yeah.
I promise you, after about 15-20 minutes, we did make it a point to mention it to our guests, and they did start talking in mostly English. But we apologize, and we have taken on that feedback, and we will continue to implement it from now on. Yeah.
But yeah, man, guys,
We love you guys.
we'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Yeah? Share with your mama friends. Share with anyone you know. Thank you for listening, guys. And shout out to Aid, the lady who sent the email. We love you, man. Genuinely, we love you so much. I hope it gets better.
Thank you. Hope it gets better.
Bye.
Bye.